Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the Duke Blue Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
It might be small, but it is mighty. The Duke fan base has really started coming alive, and just 40,000 fans can sound like 60 the way they are passionate and yelling for their Blue Devils. Duke is finding some success in football in the last decade, and Wallace Wade Stadium is starting to really rock and roll when opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Blue Devils offense as they take control of the football first. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came and were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out there.
And I promise you they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded. It's been mentioned. It's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger, to get them going for this football game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Williams on the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Williams stepping to the right, trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame. And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Throwing, Williams makes a man miss. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell.
It's a fumble. There's some room. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Play action with Williams. Took a shot as he threw. Good job just to get rid of that one. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Needs it. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. The Blue Devils are rolling down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Simon. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Defense going all in to stop the run. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. On the option, they're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Fighting off the defender. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level, getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Powers inside. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
And most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right...
Makes the catch, and he's free. They finally get to him. A 1 pick up the first down. The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. Off play action on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Irvin. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through one quarter of play. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
NC State, 7-2-3.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Play fake, Williams. Out wide left, it's Jordan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Williams. On the move. He's going to take off. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Jordan. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Williams will pass. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Searching for space. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. Floats it out in space. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. NC State looking to convert the fourth down here. looking for room straight ahead. Turning it on. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. It might be a gamble to go for it on 4th down. With that distance, it's a real gamble to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for it. I know I certainly wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was going to be a throw, but it caught him off guard running the football, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
NC State 14-2, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Left side, it's Jordan. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the end route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing, and I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. In the backfield, it's Jordan. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Williams to throw. Right side, it's Jordan. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact.
Continues to fight for yards. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, it's pretty apparent who they want to get the football to on this drive, right? It hasn't mattered where this guy is lined up, which side of the field. That's where the quarterback is throwing it. The defense now has got to take account of that. What's that, 4 or 5 catches in a row?
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll return it. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ballgame.
Second and long here. They want to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route.
Makes the grab in their space. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. NC State going up tempo. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it,
intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Williams. Complete. Powers through the defender. Timeout Duke. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Between the hashes, it's Jordan. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Williams will pass. He'll take a shot. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Blue Devils!
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Nittany Lions chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week. Now over to your game at Wallace Wade Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, checking in with the NC State head coach at the half. Guys, we may have an upset brewing. As you know, this team came in here not highly ranked and highly regarded, but that doesn't matter. The players on the field have had something to say, and they are really taking this game to the home team. We'll see if there's an upset continuing here in the second half. I'll keep you posted. develop here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. They'll run the screen. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking for the edge. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
3rd and long coming up. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Wolfpack picked up that last 1st down with the completion. Let's see what they do here. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
And there is no great... And to a quarterback and to a coach, late in the football game, when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
They'll try to move the chains on 4th down. NC State comes to the line. Looking for the marker. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wolfpack! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. So this 2nd half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. And the Blue Devils racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Jordan. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Blue Devils, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Throwing, Williams. On target. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Williams looking for a man. Finds his man. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Blue Devils are flying down the field.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding. That's over 150 yards now. What a day for this wide receiver.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Working that left side now. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Push is ahead. Looking for a crease. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Blue Devils line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Duke!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the move. There he goes. Got enough for the first down. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Keeps it on the ground. Run ends there.
Great job on 1st down. Great job on 2nd down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Got some green grass. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Keeps it on 1st down. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Caught behind the line. It's Larson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Handoff to the lone back. At the 20, he's got space. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. To the ground, he's got it again. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now on the move. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Needs it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
NC State, 35-24.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Out wide left, it's Lane.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Williams. In traffic, it's Jordan. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Williams to the air again. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Out wide right, it's Jordan. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Holds on, it's Lane. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end.
Gets away from one. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. Using his legs, it's Simon. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's Williams to throw. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. 3rd down from the gun. Williams unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this?
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Just barely got rid of it.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They booted away on fourth down. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Right side, it's Jordan. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
The Blue Devils take a timeout, and that's the last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Guys, this is the type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College